Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be looking at some weather resistant fire plugs that a company called Bigfoot Bushcraft have sent me to review. Now they're based over in Colorado in the US of A, and they've sent me a little kit. So what we'll do now is we'll have a look at that. So this is the kit that they sent me. Obviously I'll put the link to the website underneath the video so you can go and check it out. So you get a packet of fire plugs here. Now there's 80 in this bag. There's a few instructions on the back there how to use them. You also get a really decent sized ferro rod. I mean, look at the size of that. Good quality, that'll last for a long time. And a striker comes with it as well, and you've got a bottle opener on the striker. Now what I do like about this striker is that the sharp edge only runs halfway down the striker, so you can grip it there nice and tightly without, you know, kind of gripping the sharp edge. So that's all very good. And it also comes with a spare striker with a orange cord on. And then you've got the Bigfoot Bushcraft survival tin, which is really nice, screw top, and you can get about 20 of the fire plugs in there. And these are the fire plugs themselves. They are waterproof, you know, fully weather resistant. You can drop them in water and they'll still work, so we'll have a go at that later on. But what I'll do first is we'll have a closer look at these, and we'll see how they work and get a cup of tea on the go. Just to give you an indication of the size of the fire plugs, they're about a centimetre thick, and lengthwise they're about 3.5 centimetres. So the idea behind these is that you break it and try and expose the fibres inside the fire plug. So this is the first time I've done this, so let's have a go. So there you go, that was easy enough, and those fibres are out. Now what I'm going to do now is just boil up some water for a cup of tea using these. I've prepared some wood, so let's crack on with that. So we've got our little fire plug here with the fibres exposed. I've just got a little billy can, and then the little TBS twig stove. I've just scraped off you know, the top layer of the ferro rod so we can get a good clean strike on this. So yeah, let's see how well they work. There we go. Get that on now. Put my little fire stove over the top. This is quite damp pine, so the longer the fire plug can burn, the better. So we're about 7 or 8 minutes down the line and the water is boiling. Now that fire plug done really well actually, because this wood, you know, it's not fully seasoned, it's quite damp, and the fire plug did burn for a long time. I could see it right at the bottom, helping reignite the wood as I put it in. Oh, I've got a lovely rolling boil there, so I think it's time to reach into my pocket, get a nice Earl Grey tea bag out. Let's stick that in there. Beautiful. Just take that off now and just let it brew. So yeah, so that was excellent. I have to say the ferro rod is really good quality. You know, some of them aren't that good, but this one gives a lovely, it does give a lovely spark first time. So that is excellent quality, that. So these fire plugs are advertised as being waterproof as well. So what I'm going to do while I drink my tea is I'm just going to dump it in a cup of water, If you imagine the scenario, you're out canoe camping, you know, you end up going in the drink for a while and your little fire plugs get wet. Are you going to be able to light your fire on the night? We'll wait and see. So I'm going to give that a good 10 minutes of soaking. We'll just have a look at the time there on my phone. If it's in focus, it is 13 minutes past 11. And we'll give it a good 10 minutes before we try and see if it'll light. Well guys, the tea break lasted a bit longer than planned. So I think that went in there at 11:13 and it is now 11:35. So that plug has been soaking for over 20 minutes now. So there's a few potential scenarios here. You could be out on a canoe trip, you end up tipping the canoe on some fast moving white water, all your gear's getting soaking wet and you need to get a fire going to dry your clothes off and potentially, you know, kind of stave off hypothermia. Same if you're out backpacking and you happen to get wet, you know, I mean, you need to get a fire going. This has had such a soaking, and I'm going to try and light it now and see how it fares. Let's see if the Bigfoot Bushcraft fire plug could potentially save your life. So let's give it a go. I'm just going to do the same technique. Just going to break it. And expose those fibres. It does feel a little damp. I think this might be pushing it, to be honest, but we'll give it a go. Well folks, I've been soaking for over 20 minutes. And it lit there with just one strike of the ferro rod, so I have to say I'm pretty impressed with that. You can see how well it burns as well. So while this is burning, I'll just give you a quick look at the time. It's 11:40 and it's been burning for about half a minute. I've just had to run and get the phone. So what we'll do is we'll just time it out, and I'll let you know how long it actually burned for. So we're 2 minutes in and we've still got a really good strong flame there. So that's 11:44. It's still burning away. It's just gone 11:45. Bearing in mind I had to run and get the phone, so that is, I mean, that thing is burnt for at least 5 minutes, probably just slightly longer, after being submerged in water for over 20 minutes. So these little fire plugs have impressed me so far. Now what I'm going to do is try and use it to light the wood burner here in the shed. This is a 3 kilowatt burner, and as I mentioned, we are using pine, which, you know, this isn't fully seasoned. It is a bit of a nightmare to get going. So we're going to see how the little plug fares in the wood burner. Now what I'm going to do, instead of using the kind of bend and twist method, you can actually just slice down it with a knife and then just peel it open. So I'm going to try and use it that way. We'll get this wood burner on, and I've got the wilderness pan with me. We'll cook up some bacon and eggs. We're just going to slice down the middle with the knife very carefully, trying not to take the ends of our fingers off. So there's a cut in there, and that should, yeah, just peel open and expose the fibres. There they are. Just going to fluff those up a bit. So we'll just get a spark onto this. There we go. We can get that in there. so the wood burner is firing on all cylinders. That little plug had absolutely no problem at all getting this alight, even using pretty damp wood. So guys, there you have it. A quick look at the Bigfoot Bushcraft fire plugs. So far so good. I can't imagine a scenario where one of these would actually let you down. They've got a really decent burn time for the size of them. And one other thing to add is that they don't have any kind of nasty chemical smells. In fact, they actually smell quite nice. A faint whiff of strawberry about them. So yeah, I mean, so far so good. I can definitely recommend them. So I'll put the links underneath and go and visit the website and have a look around. So that's it for this this review, folks. So thanks for watching. I hope you found the video useful, and I'll catch up with you again in the next one.